Welcome back. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting corners of the coin market, wheat pennies. These ultra-rare 1-cent coins are making huge waves in the auction world, fetching thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. In this video, we're going to count down the top 8 most valuable wheat pennies out there. If you're sitting on one of these, you could be looking at a big payday. Let's get started. First up, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark. You might think it's just a 1-cent coin, but wait until you hear about its value today in the action market. So make sure to stick around as we uncover why this little piece of history could be worth big bucks. First, let's take a quick trip back in time. The wheat penny was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse. It was produced until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1946 wheat penny is particularly interesting because it was minted just after World War II. The economy was transitioning, and these coins were a symbol of hope and rebuilding. But what makes the 1946 penny stand out in today's market? Now, let's talk about minting. The 1946 wheat penny was produced in large quantities, mainly at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why you'll find many examples without a mint mark. Unlike the Denver or San Francisco Mint, which had specific marks, the Philadelphia Mint did not place a mark on its coins until 1942. This absence has made the 1946 no mint mark penny quite popular among collectors. Next, let's discuss coin condition and grading. The term very good is a specific grading level used by collectors. A very good coin shows clear signs of wear, but the design elements are still recognizable. If you have a 1946 wheat penny in very good condition, you're in luck. Factors that influence a coin's value include its overall condition, rarity, and demand among collectors. A 1946 wheat penny in very good condition can fetch a price significantly above its face value. How much is it worth today? In the current action market, a 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark in very good condition can sell for anywhere from $430,000. However, prices can vary based on auction results and the overall demand. Some collectors have reported sales upwards of $650,000 for particularly nice examples. Always remember, the market can fluctuate, so it's essential to keep an eye on recent sales trends. So, you have this coin, and you're considering selling it. Here are some tips. First, do your research. Check recent auction results to gauge the current market value. You can also visit local coin shops or coin shows to get a professional appraisal. When selling online, make sure to take clear photographs, highlight the coin's condition, and provide a detailed description. Platforms like eBay or specialized coin selling sites can be great places to reach buyers interested in wheat pennies. In conclusion, the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark may look like just a 1-cent piece, but it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and can be quite valuable. If you find one in your pocket change, don't overlook it. With its fascinating history and potential value, it might just be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Next up, the 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark. We'll be looking at its history, condition grading, and why this particular coin can fetch big bucks in today's market. Let's start with a little background. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The design features Lincoln on the obverse and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. Now, the 1950 wheat penny, specifically the one without a mint mark, is a particularly interesting coin because it marks the end of an era for these beautiful designs. Before we move on, let's clarify what we mean by without a mint mark. The US Mint produces coins in different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins struck in Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark. In contrast, those from Denver have a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S. The 1950 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, making it more interesting for collectors looking for specific variations. The term extra fine usually refers to coins that show minimal wear. An extra fine coin will have strong detail in the design, with just a hint of wear on the highest points. This is where the 1950 wheat penny shines. When found in this condition, its value can be significantly higher than average. So what's the current market value for a 1950 wheat penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition? Well, prices can vary, but as of now, you can expect to see these coins sell for anywhere between $320,000 in lower grades. However, in extra fine condition, prices can skyrocket. We've seen some recent sales hit upwards of $490,000 or even more, depending on the buyer and the market demand. If you're looking to sell or buy a 1950 wheat penny, there are several options available. Online platforms like eBay and dedicated coin marketplaces like Numismedia and Coin World can be excellent places to find or sell coins. Always make sure to do your research, check recent sales, and understand the fees associated with selling online. Now, here are a few quick tips for collectors interested in the 1950 wheat penny or any coin in general. First, always store your coins properly. Use coin holders or albums to prevent damage. Second, familiarize yourself with grading. Knowing the condition of your coin can help you negotiate better prices. Lastly, join coin forums and communities. They can be invaluable resources for information and networking. Next up, the 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn just how much value this little coin holds in today's market. First off, let's talk about what a wheat penny is. Produced from 1909 to 1958, these 1-cent coins are easily recognizable by their unique design featuring 2 ears of wheat on the reverse side. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has become iconic in American numismatics. The 1916 wheat penny, in particular, is noteworthy because it marks a time when the U.S. was undergoing significant economic changes. Truly appreciate the 1916 wheat penny, it's essential to understand the context of its production. This was the year the United States was still recovering from the effects of World War I, and the economy was shifting. Coin was minted in large quantities, with a total of over 3 million produced that year without a mint mark. However, the no mint mark variety, specifically those minted in Philadelphia, has become increasingly sought after by collectors. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the value. As of today, a 1916 wheat penny in good condition can fetch a significant price in the market. Depending on factors like condition and rarity, the value can range from $700,000 for coins in average circulated condition. Wait, if your coin is in excellent condition, or better yet, graded as uncirculated, the value can skyrocket to over $900,000 or even more. Stay updated. Coin values can fluctuate, so keep an eye on market trends and auction results to understand how your collection's worth may change over time. So there you have it, folks. 1916 wheat penny without a mint mark is not just a piece of history, it's a valuable asset in today's coin market. Next up, the 1957 wheat penny. This little piece of history is more than just a penny, it's a treasure that could hold significant value in today's market. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, stick around as we uncover the rarity and value of this iconic coin. Wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln penny, was produced by the United States Mint from 1909 to 1958. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse. 1957 wheat penny, minted in Denver, is part of the final series of these coins now. You might be wondering what makes the 1957 wheat penny so special. Well, let's break it down. D in 1957, D stands for Denver, where this penny was minted. While the 1957 coinage as a whole had a relatively high mintage, the demand and interest in these coins have kept them in the spotlight. The Denver Mint produced over 1 billion 1957 pennies, but don't let that high number fool you. Many of these coins have been lost to time or simply spent in circulation. In terms of rarity, the 1957 is more common compared to some earlier wheat pennies, like the 1909 SVDB. However, the condition of the coin plays a critical role in its value. When we say good condition, we're talking about coins that have minimal wear and retain much of their detail. Coin collectors use a grading scale to evaluate the condition of coins, ranging from poor to perfect mint state For the 1957 D wheat penny, coins graded in the fine to extremely fine range are generally considered good condition. 1957 D wheat penny in fine condition might be worth around $50,000, while one in extremely fine condition could fetch anywhere from $360,000, but hold onto your hats, because pristine examples can command prices upwards $510,000 off, or even more at auction. Let's talk about the market value. The coin market can fluctuate, but as of now, the 1957 D wheat penny is seeing a rise in interest. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins in excellent condition, especially those with unique characteristics or errors. Recently, we've seen auction sales of high-grade 1957 D wheat pennies reaching impressive prices, and with more collectors entering the hobby, this trend is likely to continue. If you're looking to add a 1957 D wheat penny to your collection or even sell one, here are some tips. First, always examine your coins closely under good lighting. Look for wear, scratches, or any signs of damage. Use tools like a magnifying glass to check for the coin's mint mark, which can be crucial in determining its value. Additionally, keep your coins stored properly, away from moisture and harsh chemicals, to maintain their condition. To buying or selling, consider reputable dealers, online auctions, or local coin shows. Websites like eBay, heritage auctions, and even dedicated coin forums can be great places to find buyers or sellers. Just make sure to do your research. Conclusion: the 1957 D wheat penny may not be the rarest coin out there, but its unique history, condition, and current market value make it a fascinating piece for any collector. So take a look at your spare change, you might just have a hidden gem. Next up, we have something very special for you, a 1939 wheat penny with no mint mark in extra fine condition. Why is this coin generating such a buzz in today's coin market? Is it really worth the big bucks? Stick around to find out. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series is iconic, minted from 1909 to 1958. These pennies are often collected for their historical value, but some have become quite rare over the years, especially in high grades of preservation. And today we're looking at one of those rare gems, the 1939 wheat penny without a mint mark, which means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But what makes this specific penny stand out? Let's take a step back to the year 1939. It was a tumultuous time globally. World War II was just beginning in Europe, while America was still recovering from the Great Depression. During this time, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 316 million pennies. So, you might ask, how can a coin with such a large mintage be considered rare or valuable today? While millions were minted, most of these pennies have been lost, damaged, or circulated to the point where they no longer hold collectible value. Coins in pristine or near pristine condition from this era are much harder to find. That's where our coin graded as extra fine comes in. Let's talk about what extra fine really means in the world of coin grading. A coin in extra fine condition has light wear on its highest points, but retains most of its original detail. In the case of the 1939 wheat penny, this means that Lincoln's hair and the details in his coat should be well defined, with minimal flattening. On the reverse, the wheat stalks should have almost all of their lines intact. You might see some signs of circulation, but the eye appeal is still impressive. Why is this important? Because the better the condition, the more a coin is worth. Collectors are always searching for higher grade coins, and when it comes to the 1939 wheat penny, those in extra fine or higher are becoming increasingly scarce. Now, let's talk numbers. What is this penny worth in today's market? In recent years, there has been a surge in demand for high-grade wheat pennies, especially those without a mint mark from the late 1930s and early 1940s. The 1939 penny, in extra fine condition, is highly sought after by collectors, while circulated pennies from 1939 might only be worth a few cents over their face value. A coin like the one we're talking about without a mint mark and in extra fine condition can fetch substantial prices at auction. As of today, a 1939 no mint mark penny in extra fine condition can sell for anywhere between $270,000, depending on the buyer's interest and market trends. If you have a coin in higher grades, like about uncirculated or mint state, you could be looking at values upwards of $800,000 or more. The exact value can fluctuate based on factors like auction demand, overall coin market trends, and the specific coin's appeal. In some cases, particularly well-preserved pennies from this era have sold for surprising amounts during competitive auctions. If you're lucky enough to have one, this coin could be your ticket to a valuable sale. Let's take a moment to explain why condition matters so much. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and each grade represents a jump in value. A heavily worn penny from 1939 might be worth its copper content, but one in XF or better stands out to collectors for its sharp details and historical preservation. The higher the grade, the fewer such coins exist, making them much more desirable. Collectors today are particularly interested in coins from the late 1930s, and finding one without a mint mark in such a fine state is becoming harder and harder. With time, more and more of these coins are lost, further increasing their value. So, you might be wondering, do I have a rare 1939 wheat penny sitting in my change jar? Here's what to look for. No mint mark. Lack of a mint mark indicates it was produced in Philadelphia. Sharp details. Look for well-defined lines in Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks on the reverse light wear. Make sure the coin doesn't have significant scratches or signs of heavy circulation if your penny matches this description. It could be worth getting it professionally graded. So, is that 1939 wheat penny in your collection a hidden treasure? In extra fine condition, it just might be. With increasing demand for high-grade coins, the value of these pennies is on the rise. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is definitely one penny worth holding onto or maybe even selling. Next up, the 1956 wheat penny, a coin that might look simple but could be hiding serious value in your pocket change or coin collection. If you've got a 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark in extra fine condition, this video is for you. We're going to explore why this coin has become so sought after in today's market and how much it could be worth. The 1956 wheat penny. Specifically, the version with no mint mark. Now, it's time to uncover what makes this simple 1-cent coin so valuable and what kind of prices it's fetching on the market today. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln wheat cent, was first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real person's face, and Lincoln was the perfect choice. For nearly 50 years, from 1909 until 1958, these coins were produced with the distinctive wheat stalks on the reverse side, which is where they got their name. The 1956 penny we're focusing on today is one of the last years this design was used before the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat ears in 1959. But here's the key, not every 1956 penny is the same. Depending on the mint location and condition, some of these coins are worth far more than just a penny. Now, when we talk about no mint mark, we're referring to coins minted in Philadelphia. If a coin doesn't have a small letter under the date, that's your clue it was made at the Philadelphia Mint, as they traditionally didn't use a mint mark until 1980. Let's talk about condition in the world of coin collecting. Condition is everything. When we say extra fine condition, we mean a coin that shows very little wear. For a 1956 wheat penny, you'd want to see all the details of Lincoln's hair, sharp lines on the wheat stalks, and minimal blemishes. There can be some light wear, but overall, the coin should look sharp and detailed. So why is the 1956 no mint mark penny becoming so valuable in today's market? While it's true that many of these coins were minted, the demand for high-quality specimens is what drives up the price. In extra fine or better condition, these coins are much harder to find. Collectors and investors are willing to pay a premium for coins that look almost new because they're not just buying a piece of history, they're buying an artifact that has stood the test of time. And as demand for rare and high-quality wheat pennies continues to grow, prices have steadily increased. Alright, let's get to the numbers. How much is a 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark in extra fine condition worth today? Depending on its grade, coins in this condition can range anywhere from $500,000 on the lower end. But at auctions, certain examples have sold for much more, sometimes fetching up to $600,000 or more, depending on the buyer and specific condition. So, if you've got a 1956 wheat penny in excellent condition and you're thinking about selling, Here are some tips. First, get your coin professionally graded if you believe it's in top condition. Grading gives buyers confidence in the coin's value and can help you get the best price. Next, consider selling through a reputable auction house, coin dealer, or online platforms like eBay. Be sure to research recent sale prices for coins in similar conditions to set realistic expectations. The 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark might seem like a common coin at first glance, but in extra fine condition, it could be worth more than you think. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who stumbled across one of these in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look. You never know what was once a penny could turn into a valuable part of your collection. Next up, the 1957 wheat penny. This small but mighty coin is not just a piece of history, but it could be sitting in your pocket, worth more than you think. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know why the 1957 penny is commanding big bucks in today's market. Before we talk value, let's start with a little history. The 1957 wheat penny is part of the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was minted from 1909 to 1958. The D mint mark indicates that this particular penny was minted in Denver. Denver was one of the 3 main minting locations at the time, and the 1957 was one of the final wheat pennies ever produced before the switch to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. Over 1 billion 1957 pennies were struck, which might make you think they're not rare. But hold on, condition and specific details can make a huge difference. Now, what sets the 1957 apart from your average penny? It all comes down to condition and minting errors. First, the design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, giving this series the name wheat penny. The D mint mark is just below the date, which is crucial for identifying it as a Denver minted coin. When we talk about condition, there's a huge difference between a heavily circulated penny and one that's in very good condition or better. A coin in VG condition still shows clear details with minimal wear on Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks. As the condition improves, so does the value. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value. While an average 1957 penny might only be worth face value or a couple of dollars in circulated condition, in very good or mint state condition, it can fetch $375,000 or even more. If you've got one in mint state, you're in luck. These coins can command prices of $1 million or higher, depending on factors like luster and strike quality. Collectors go wild for these coins, especially if they have full wheat lines on the reverse and minimal scratches. At recent auctions, 1957 wheat pennies in MS65 or higher have sold for as much as $300 to $400. Even higher prices have been seen for coins with rare mint errors. Yes, that's right, there are some incredibly rare errors on 1957 pennies, like off-center strikes, double dies, or repunched mint marks, which can drive the price into the thousands. So, what should you look for if you're trying to find that big-ticket coin? Errors are key. Some 1957 pennies were struck with double dies, meaning the design was accidentally struck twice, creating a slight doubling of the date or other elements. Another error to keep an eye out for is the repunched mint mark. This occurs when the D mint mark was struck more than once, resulting in a slight misalignment. Coins with these errors are far more valuable and can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. But be careful, there are plenty of fakes out there. Always authenticate your coin before making any big purchases or sales. If you have a penny that looks promising, get it checked by a certified expert. So, there you have it, your 1957 wheat penny could be worth more than you imagined. Whether it's a simple coin in very good condition or one with a rare error, this little piece of history has become a hot commodity in today's market. Who knew that a penny could pack so much value? Next up, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark. It's been generating a lot of buzz recently because of its increasing value in today's market. But what exactly makes this coin so special? Before we dive into the 1940 penny specifically, let's quickly recap what a wheat penny is. The wheat penny was produced between 1909 and 1958 and is one of the most iconic coins in US history. It features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, or obverse, and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, hence the name wheat penny. Collectors love wheat pennies not just for their design, but for their historical significance. These coins were in circulation during pivotal moments in American history, from the World Wars to the Great Depression, making them a tangible piece of the past. The specific coin we're discussing today is the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark. Now, why is the lack of a mint mark significant? Coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and while this doesn't necessarily make them rare, there are other factors that contribute to their value. Mint marks can be found on the back of the penny, just below the date. If your 1940 penny has no mint mark, like this one, it was produced in Philadelphia. What makes these coins valuable today, aside from their age, is their condition and the rarity of finding them in such good shape after over 80 years of circulation. Like all coins, the value of a 1940 wheat penny largely depends on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A penny in very good condition, for example, means that it still retains a lot of its original detail, though it shows some signs of wear. If you found a 1940 penny that's been sitting in a drawer or passed down through family, take a close look at it. Even if it's not in mint state, a well-preserved penny in very good condition can still fetch a nice price on the market. Look for details on Lincoln's portrait, the wheat stalks on the back, and check how much of the coin's original shine is left. The value of a 1940 wheat penny in very good condition can vary depending on a few factors, such as the demand from collectors and the overall condition of the coin. However, the market has been seeing a steady increase in the value of these pennies, especially in online auctions and coin shops. So how much is a 1940 wheat penny worth today? Well, in very good condition, these pennies typically sell for anywhere between $800,000, but here's the kicker: rare finds in higher grades, or those with unique errors, can go for much more. In some cases, collectors have paid thousands of dollars for particularly rare variations. Always keep an eye out for special characteristics like doubled dies or striking errors, as these can significantly increase the value. With coin collecting becoming more popular, especially among younger generations, the market for wheat pennies is hotter than ever. That means your old 1940 wheat penny might be worth more today than you think. Now, if you're looking to sell your 1940 wheat penny, or maybe you're trying to add one to your collection, there are several places you can go. Online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy are popular for buying and selling coins, but if you want a professional opinion, I'd recommend visiting a certified coin dealer or attending a coin auction. Before you sell, though, make sure you know the current value of your coin by checking the latest market trends and getting it appraised if possible. And if you're buying, always be cautious about authenticity, especially if you're making a high-value purchase. To wrap things up, the 1940 wheat penny without a mint mark is a fascinating piece of history that could be sitting in your pocket change right now. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, it's always exciting to think about the hidden value in these little coins. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins and collectibles. And if you have a 1940 wheat penny in your collection, let us know in the comments below. Who knows, you might be holding onto a treasure.